The customer is not always right. And if you act like they are, they will take your whole day and still not buy. In this video, I'm going to give you one simple way that you can handle customers in sales in a way that's kind, clear, and fast, so you stop losing your time and start getting clean next steps. So stop letting customers hijack your time with one more question and then they ghost you. Here's what this video is about. I'm going to show you a simple path you can use in conversations with almost any customer. New customers, price shoppers, angry customers, nice customers who still can't decide. You'll learn how to stay calm, ask better questions, set time limits, and either move the deal forward or move on fast while you still are being respectful. And so my first point is this: set a time limit on the conversation to take back your day. If you don't set a clock, the customer will, and their clock won't be the same as your clock. Their clock will take all of your time. Picture this: a customer calls, you jump right in. You jump right in right away. You talk about price, you talk about features, and then they tell a long story and they ask for just one more thing. Now it's 45 minutes later and you're tired. And you still don't know if they want to buy. And so here's what you do instead. You start with a time limit. You can say something like, hey, I've got 10 minutes right now. And within these 10 minutes, if this looks like a good fit for the both of us, then we can book a longer call to go over any details. If not, we'll just part ways and we can still be friends. That right there, what you just said, is kind, it's clear, and it protects your day. It also helps the customer because now the conversation has a plan. There's a plan. There's not any confusion. They know what to expect. And so you want to make a plan because good plans lead to good results. Plans are not rude. Plans are wise. All right, the second point: listen longer to lower the heat. You see, when a person is hot, your mouth should not be a match that keeps the flame going. See, a customer can be upset. Maybe they hate the price. Maybe they had a bad deal in the past. And if you just jump in and try to fix it right away, they often get louder and angrier. Why? Because they don't feel heard yet. And when you let them talk and you don't cut them off, the air comes out of the balloon. They have a chance to hear themselves and they have a chance to kind of calm down. Even Harvard's negotiation experts say that people will calm down when they feel like their view has been fully shared and you don't get defensive. They will eventually calm themselves down. And so the lesson here is simple. Here's the simple move: let them finish and then say one calm line that proves that you heard them. You all you say is, that makes sense. That makes sense. And then you can say, yeah, I see that you're upset. You don't want to waste money and you don't want to get burned. I can see that. I can understand that. And then pause, because it's always good to be quick to listen and slow to speak. And if you give a gentle answer can turn away anger. You're not giving in. You're simply guiding the room. All right, the next point is this: probe problems before you pitch. If you pitch too soon, you're making a guess, and guessing wastes time. A customer may say it costs too much. And when they say that, most salespeople panic. They start over talking and oversharing. They defend the price. They start listing all the features. Well, you get this, this, and this, and that's why it costs that much, because you're getting this, this, and this. But the real issue may not even be the price. Most of the time, the real issue is not the price. It's something else. The real issue might be fear, or the real issue may be trust. It may be either they don't trust you, but oftentimes you'll be surprised. It's not that they don't trust you. They don't trust themselves. They don't trust that they are going to be able to do whatever it is you're doing, whatever you're offering. Like, especially if it's something that causes them to have to take steps. Like, they don't trust themselves that they can follow through. That's why it's a bad idea to give them all the steps and the things that they're going to have to do. If you give them the full plan, and on Monday we're going to do this, on Tuesday we're going to do this, and Wednesday we're going to, if you do that, it scares them because they don't know if they can do it. They have fear like, oh, I don't know if I can actually fulfill this plan. And if I don't fulfill this plan, I'm gonna waste my money. And so it's a bad idea to tell them all the features, all the things that they're gonna have to do, because if they don't trust themselves, then they're gonna panic. They're not going to buy. They're gonna hesitate. They're gonna have objections, and then they're gonna say, well, the price is too much, but it may not even be the price. Or another thing is they don't even see the point yet. They don't see the point of whatever it is you're offering or your product. They haven't really connected the dots and see, how is this going to help me? And that's why you have to ask the right questions. You have to ask the right questions so that you can get to the real problem. And when you ask the right questions in the right way, in the right order, you can get to the real problem. And so the lesson here is, what you want to do is you want to use a simple set of questions to guide them down the right path to telling you what their problem is. It means you ask 4 kinds of questions. 4 kinds of questions. And those 4 kinds of questions are, number 1, you ask them, what's going on right now? Meaning you're asking them, what's the situation? What's the situation? The second question, you ask them, what is the problem? Like, what is the specific problem? What problem are you experiencing? The third question you ask them is, what happens if everything stays the same? If you don't solve this problem, if you can't fix this, what happens? And then the fourth question, you ask them, well, what do you want to do instead? What is it that you want to do? And when you ask them those questions, and this works because it helps the customer to connect the dots on their own instead of you pushing them. You see, when people reach their own clear conclusions, they fight you less. Like, they don't have as many objections, or actually they probably don't have any objections when they come to the conclusion themselves about this problem needs to be solved. And so here's some examples that you can say. You can say, what are you doing right now to fix this problem? You can say, what's not working? What is it that's not working in your life, in your business, in your health, whatever it is? What's not working? And you can say, if nothing changes, what does that cost you in time, in money, in resources? Like, if nothing changes, what does that cost you? Ask them that. And then you finish up with asking them, if this was fixed, what would it help you do? What would it allow you to do if you fix this problem? And so those are the 4 questions that you can ask, and you can guide them along the right path to get them to help you help them, basically. All right, moving on to the next point. Boundaries build better buyers. Being kind does not mean being endless. It does not mean that. Some customers will take as much as you give. They will take all of your time. They will take all of your time. They will take all of your everything that you got, as much as you give them. They will ask for 5 quotas. They will ask for 10 calls. And they will just keep asking for one more thing, one more thing, one more thing. And then if you say yes to all of that, you're training them to keep pulling on you, and you train yourself to start to resent them. And then you don't even want to work with them because you resent them because you've given everything. And so here's what you want to do instead. This is where you want to lead with grace, and you want to lead with strength at the same time. Grace and strength at the same time. This is where you want to let your words be full of grace and speak what only helps people. Now, that does not mean that you say yes to everything. That's not what that means. It means you tell the truth in a clean way. You say something like, I can help you with that. And here are your 2 options that I offer. I'm going to help. I can help you. I'm able to help you. Now, here are the 2 options that I can offer you. If neither of those options are a good fit, then I may not be the best match for you. And that's okay. You can say it just as simply as that. And then you give them the next step. You say, now, you give them the options. Now, do you want option A or do you want option B? That's it. This keeps it honest and it keeps it fast. And it's really simple. And if the customer pushes for something else or pushes for a discount, Don't get upset. Don't beg. Just say, hey, these are the two options. And if these options don't work, maybe we're not a fit. Because what you're doing here is you're using what Harvard calls objective criteria. You're using fair standards. And you say like, here's how it works. Here's what I'm willing to do. If you need to, you can either do X or Y. That's it. And you just make it just as simple as that. And then my last point is this. The last point is fix fast and finish fair when you mess up. Don't drown them in your sorries and your apologies and all that. If you mess up something, fix it. Just fix it. That's it. If you mess something up, if it's something that your company did, fix it. Because don't give all these long drawn out apologies, because they don't care. All they care about is you messed up and are you going to fix it? Because here's the thing. Sometimes it really is your fault. You missed something. There was a delay. There was a bad handoff between people between departments or whatever. And when that happens, most people start saying, I'm sorry, over and over again. I'm sorry. I apologize. And they think that more apologies equal more trust. But more apologies do not equal more trust, because they don't care about your apologies. They just care that you fix it. And actually, long apologies makes the customer even more angry. And so the better move is to apologize once and then show strong action. I'm sorry, but here's what we're going to do. All you got to say is, you're right. That's on us. And here's what I'm going to do now. And then you give them a clear choice. You say, do you want the fastest fix, or do you want the cleanest long-term fix? Like, because you may be able to give a fast fix right now to fix the problem, or you may be able to take more time and give them a cleaner long-term fix. And you give them that choice. The choice is yours. We're prepared to do either, or you can be prepared to do. You can do the quick fix, and then to give them some quick relief, and then you can also do the long. It's actually probably better if you did both, so you can see it all the way through. That's clear. That's something that everybody can understand. And it respects their time and it respects your time, because it's always best to be honest in business. It's always best to be gentle and respectful with your answers and your speech and the way you communicate with them. Because at the end of the day, you want to do to them and for them what you would want done to you if you were the customer. And so that is how to deal with customers in sales without losing your whole day. And so if you want to deal with customers better in sales, remember this: set the clock, listen first, ask better questions, set time limits on conversations, and fix it fast when you mess up. You don't need to be rude. You don't need to be fake. You just need to lead the conversation. That's all you have to do. And so I hope this was helpful for you. Let me know in the comments what you thought. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.